Alrighty, welcome to DoubleClubDiesels. Dane here. Today is a great day. I got a full day to work on my truck. Full day until 5 o'clock. I gotta go to a wedding. But it is, I don't know, 8 something after I did a bunch of running around. Had to go back to work and get a torque wrench and all that stuff for what I'm doing today. And what am I doing today, you might be asking? Boom. Valve cover gaskets and valve train adjustment. Valve lash and injectors. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, down here maybe. It's kind of dark. But the valve cover gasket is blowed right out. Right there. The other side of the valve, see. And right here. That is my gasket. Blowed right out. So we are going to be replacing that. I got some, I bought a parts book for the triple nickel, and I got a part number for valve cover gaskets. These are Interstate McBee's. Oh, you guys probably heard of those. Sure hope they're right. The part number said it was right, but no way to telling, and where I got it from, I was really aggravated because I bought those May 6th. I ordered them. I did not get them until May 31st. My blood was boiling a little bit. I know parts are hard to come by right now, but not that hard. If you say you got it in stock, then you got it in stock or you don't. I don't know. Anyhow, so that's where we're going to get after. I'll get the valve covers off. I'll get everything cleaned. And then I will show you guys how to adjust valves and injectors on a triple nickel. For any of you guys who want to know that, I doubt anybody does. I'm just kidding. But we're going to get after it. I think I understand how to do it. It seems pretty simple as far as the diesel V8 goes. So we're going to give it a shot and also do an oil change today. Hopefully I can get all that done. I don't see why not. But pitter patter, we're going to get at her. Alrighty. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. Finally figured it out. I had to read the book, I don't know, 10,000 times to try and figure it out, because it was goofy. It's still simple, but once I got it, I just had to do one. I was kind of nervous to do one because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I still could be doing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got it, and it's actually not that bad. As far as adjusting the valves go and the injector, because you got to do the injector first. Now I'm going to try and explain this as slow and the best that I can. Which first thing I would do is if any of you guys were doing this, I go out and buy a book. Kind of like mine split apart, but it's okay. I only needed the pages that are over in the engine bay, but my book looks like this. So what I did this one over here first. I did number 7 or number 4. This one here is number 4, which the book tells you that. I'm pretty sure I'm going in the correct rotation of the engine. Pretty sure. As long as the valves are loose that you're doing, then it's not like you're setting timing or anything. I assume. I don't know how it all works, to be honest. Anyways, if you look down, down here, see that little white mark right there? And then there's a line right there, and it says VS 4-7. So I just had it on this mark, and number 4 cylinder, number 4 hole, the valve train on number 4, they were all loose. So then what you're supposed to do is rotate it around the correct rotation, and then number 7 will be loose, which you can see number 7 is loose. This is number 7. Now let's go check number 4, hole 4, and make sure that one is not loose. Oh, see, my exhaust is loose, but my intake is tight on number 4. Which, when I was setting this, these were loose. On number 7, I'm pretty sure my exhaust was loose and my intake was tight as well. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I didn't pay too much attention. So that confirms that rotating the engine, which it doesn't really say in the book, that confirms that rotating the engine 360 degrees around will get me to number 7. Now, as far as the injectors go, it's kind of difficult. I don't know how I'm going to document it. To be honest, I will just tell you guys how to do it. First, you got to get in here. So what I did, what you got to do is it says you have to loosen this nut, or you have to loosen it and then tighten it to 30 foot-pounds. Well, I don't have a foot-pound wrench here. I only have inch-pound, because that's how you set your, that's how you adjust these. So you're supposed to loosen this, tighten it to 30 foot-pounds, and then thread this screw in all the way, or unthread it till it gets a gap, and then thread it all the way back until it hits 60 inch-pounds. But what I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to loosen this, and then I'm going to test the torque instead of backing it all the way off, because that just took forever and it doesn't really do anything. But before I did this, it says to always do your injector cup first, because it puts, if the injector is a little sloppy, which you have your rod down here for your injector, if it's a little sloppy, what it does is it puts a little bit of a load on this part here, so then you're actually adjusting your valves properly because they have a little bit extra, they'll be probably a little bit tighter, and you'll be able to go through it. And then your intake, which is this one on this side, is going to be, I'm getting sidetracked, we're on the injector. So I'm going to tighten this to 60 inch-pounds, and then because I don't have a 3/4 drive or 3/8 drive torque wrench that goes up to 45 foot-pounds, you gotta know a feel, you know. And if I don't one of these fall apart while I'm driving it, then that's my fault. But you should be all right. So I kind of just go by feel, and I tighten it till right before the threads start to break. No, I'm just kidding. So then that one's done, and then I take my, oh, what did I do with it? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay, so then, when it's cold, it says to do this when it's cold, and this is the first time I've checked these ones. So we get intake is right here, and the exhaust is right here. So that's in the wrong spot. Exhaust is supposed to be 22. Wow, that's actually pretty good. And intake's kind of loose. But we have to set the injector anyways. We're going to do this injector. But it's going to be 12 intake and 22 exhaust, and then you're supposed to get it hot and get the oil hot and stuff. But I mean, they're actually really not bad. I just kind of wanted to do it just to make sure, you know. But we're gonna do it, and we're gonna get this one done, and so on, and check all of them. Might take a little while, but hey, at least I'll know it's done. And then I have the painstaking fun job of getting, oh maybe it won't be that bad. Getting this valve cover gasket. Wow! I thought it was gonna be one of those ones where I'd be, where I'd be freaking chipping this stuff off for months. Not months, but for a long time. Let's see. Should work it off of here. Wow! I think the bottom's gonna be the stuck part. I hope not. Man, I hope the other side comes off this good. Oh yeah, it's starting to tear. Okay. Okay. I get sidetracked a lot, but hey, this is cool. I'm glad that this is all coming off pretty easy. I've had them where it just gets really caked and stuck on there, and then you're just peeling it, and I don't know, it's just a disaster. But this is actually going pretty good. I'll just have to take my little razor blade and see where it's all blowing out right here. That's where it looks like it seems to be leaking all the way. So, wow, would you look at that? It all came off. Well, let's get this out of here without breaking it and getting pieces. Well, okay. Alrighty. Okay. Take this over to my other gasket. But as far as the valve blast and stuff goes, that's kind of what we got going on. Whoa, my battery's about to die. Yep, looks like it'll fit. So that's a plus. Alrighty, I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty, so we got all the valves adjusted. Honestly, I found that a lot of the intake, all the intake valves were really loose. The exhaust valves were very, like, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I forgot a bolt. I'll put that in now. Oops. I got the valve covers on. Got the new valve cover gaskets in. So hopefully it won't be dumping oil out of that anymore. Change the oil. I put a Napa 1970. That's the number. Literally, it's 1970. Oil filter on. Put brand new 30 weight in it. Did not change the fuel filter because I don't want to try and dick with getting it real primed up, because I'm kind of now got to start wrapping it up for the day. I have some other things to do, but there'll be more stuff to do. I mean, when I do that fuel filter, I'll probably do the coolant filter as well, and maybe do a coolant swap. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get the coolant. Looks really good in this. So, but there's always fun stuff. But we're gonna start it. You guys are gonna hear it for the first time. Oh, pardon me. While I'm talking, I'm gonna tighten that bolt up. Yeah, I forgot one. Whoa. I think the torque spec on these was like 45 foot-pounds, but I kind of just, same thing with the locking nuts, I kind of just, you know, sure, maybe a little tighter. Okay, alrighty, let's start this thing. It'll probably start up really fast because I loaded up the air intake with starter fluid because a wasp went in there. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, I'm going to be starting this in a minute. And I just loaded it with starting fluid. So hopefully she don't blow up, but maybe. You never know. Hold on. Okay, here we go. totally honest with you. It sounds so much freaking better. All I did, literally, all that I really did was adjusted whatever injectors were loose and tightened up pretty much all the intake valves. Whoa, it's snapping. Holy guacamole. It really, I mean, did you guys hear that? Wow. And it's pulling real nice. That sounds good. That's all the blow by that's coming out, just a little teeny tiny bit. That's awesome. Wow. No filter. It is ready to rock. Oh man, I love this truck. It's awesome. That sounds freaking awesome. Nothing else sounds like a triple nickel. Well guys, that's gonna be it for today on that one. That's gonna be gonna do a wrap on that. I was gonna do a little bit more in depth, just dropping the oil and pulling oil filters off and stuff, or the oil filter off, but I tried to do my best to tell you how I was figuring out how to do the valves, but if it helps, I hope it does. The only thing I was hoping it would smoke a little bit less, but I have a feeling that it's smoking. It's hazing right now. You can kind of see it. I have a feeling that's got to do with the fuel being 25 years old. Not even the fuel, probably the fuel filter. So I think it sounds awesome. I'm super excited. Well, anyways, guys, go buy yourself old. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Pitter patter, get out.